Attention passionate Atlanta, Falcons fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC South and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Atlanta Falcons' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Atlanta Falcons fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Atlanta, FALCONS FANS. Let's get to the news. Now folks, I hope you're as excited as I am, because what I'm about to talk about could be a total game changer for the Atlanta Falcons. We've been keeping an eye on the NFC South, right? We know how competitive that division has become, especially with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers trying to stay afloat, the New Orleans Saints rebuilding and trying to find their identity, and the Carolina Panthers, who are still in the process of retooling their roster. But what's really catching my attention right now is the potential move involving one of the NFL's most talked about young pass rushers, Travon Walker. Yeah, that's right. The former Georgia Bulldog, the first overall pick in the 2022 draft, who has been under a lot of scrutiny, but maybe not for the reasons most people think. You see, Travon Walker has faced quite a bit of criticism since he was drafted first overall. A lot of fans and analysts questioned whether Jacksonville made the right call over Aiden Hutchinson, who seemed to have a more immediate impact in his rookie season. But here's the thing, that criticism in many cases is unwarranted. Walker is a talented player, and his production on the field speaks volumes. For 2 consecutive seasons now, he's been a double-digit sack artist, which is no small feat for a young defensive end. He's also contributed with over 50 tackles and more than 10 tackles for loss, showing that he's not just a flash in the pan but an emerging force in NFL pass rushing. But here's where things get interesting. Jacksonville, despite having invested heavily in Walker, with his 5th-year option already picked up, meaning he's under contract through 2025-2026, might be looking to move him. And why? Well, the Jaguars have a roster full of talent but also a lot of needs. They're in a rebuilding phase, and sometimes, trading away a young, promising player like Walker could be a strategic move for them. Plus, with the NFL's trade market heating up, there's a lot of speculation that Jacksonville could be open to offers, perhaps even from a team like the Atlanta Falcons. Now, let's talk about the Falcons' perspective because this is where things get really exciting. Terry Fontenot, our GM, has been laser-focused on bolstering the pass rush this offseason. We've already seen him make some strategic moves, bringing in established pass rushers like Leonard Floyd, who's an experienced and reliable veteran. And on top of that, the team has drafted Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr., both promising young players with a lot of potential. But it's clear that Fontenot wants more. He's been itching to add that game-changing edge rusher who can truly elevate our defense and help us take the next step toward becoming a top-tier defense in the league. And that's where Travon Walker comes into the picture. The idea of bringing in a player with his raw talent and production is tantalizing. Imagine having 3 former Bulldogs rushing the passer, Floyd, Walker, and Pierce, all bringing different skill sets, but united in their relentless pursuit of the quarterback. It's a nightmare for opposing offenses. Walker's ability to get to the quarterback on back-to-back double-digit sack seasons shows he's someone who can change the course of a game with a single play. His athleticism, size, and explosiveness make him a perfect fit for the Falcons' defense, which has been trending upward but still needs that extra spark. What makes this potential trade even more appealing is his contract situation. With 2 years left on his deal, plus the 5th-year option, Walker is a cost-controlled asset with a lot of room for growth. His potential is evident, and if the Falcons manage to land him, he would immediately become our best pass rusher, transforming our front 7 into one of the most fearsome in the league. Having him on the edge would also open up more opportunities for our linebackers and secondary, creating pressure that could lead to turnovers and quick stops. It's a win-win scenario, especially considering how much he's proven already, back-to-back double-digit sack seasons, over 50 tackles, and a relentless motor that keeps him in the backfield. Now, I know some fans are probably thinking, but what about the Jaguars? Aren't they asking for a hefty price? And yes, that's the reality. Trading for a player of Walker's caliber isn't cheap. His value is high, especially after those 2 seasons of production, and the fact that he's still young and ascending only pushes his price up. But here's the thing, Terry Fontenot isn't afraid to get creative. He's already traded away some picks in next year's draft, which complicates things a bit, but that doesn't mean he can't find a way. Maybe through a combination of picks, players, or future considerations, the Falcons could pull off this move. It would be a bold statement that Atlanta is serious about contending and that they're willing to invest in their defense to make that happen. Think about the long-term impact, too. Adding Walker to the mix would send a message to the entire NFC South and the league that the Falcons are not just rebuilding but reloading with elite talent. It would elevate our defense to a new level, making us a more complete team overall. And for our fans, it's a chance to see more explosive plays, more sacks, and a defense that can truly dominate. That's the kind of energy and intensity we need to push us into the playoffs and beyond. It's about creating a culture of relentless pursuit, of intimidating our opponents every Sunday, and establishing ourselves as a division force once again. Of course, the trade market is unpredictable and nothing is guaranteed. Jacksonville might hold on to Walker, or maybe other teams could swoop in with a better offer. But the potential fit here is undeniable. The Falcons have the pieces, the cap space, and the desire to make a statement. It's about seizing the moment, making a strategic move, and showing the NFL world that the Falcons are serious contenders. And let's not forget, in recent years, Falcons fans have seen how a solid pass rush can turn the tide of a game. Just look at what Grady Jarrett and some of our recent drafts have done. Adding a player like Walker could be the finishing touch that pushes us from good to great. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you as excited about this possibility as I am? Do you think the Falcons should pull the trigger and go all in for Travon Walker? Or do you believe there are other priorities that should come first? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters, not just to me, but to the entire Falcons family. We're all in this together, dreaming of seeing our team back on top, making noise in the playoffs, and maybe even chasing another Super Bowl. And remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and more of the latest Atlanta Falcons news, so stay tuned and keep that passion alive. Because folks, the NFC South is heating up and the Falcons are right in the middle of it, ready to make some serious waves. And now, Atlanta Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the Atlanta Falcons. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Atlanta Falcons news.